The Viewsonic XG270QG is one of a new wave of 27-inch gaming monitors that features a new 1 millisecond response time IPS LCD panel, which in theory means it's as responsive as all but the very latest TN gaming monitors. You also get FreeSync and G-Sync support, plus loads of extra features and a premium design, making it a seriously impressive monitor on paper. And thankfully, it's mostly impressive in real life too. Viewsonic hasn't really been known for having the most elegant monitor designs in the past, but the XG270QG bucks that trend. The very hefty metal stand has an elegant sweep to it, and the wide flat base has a brushed metal finish and provides a very secure footing. You also get modern looking ultra slim bezels around the top and sides, and around the back the illuminated hexagonal ring is definitely one of the more subtle and attractive RGB zones I've seen in a while. There are also lights on the underside of the screen, and when combined the two lighting zones can be used to create a nice subtle background glow to the display. The lighting can be programmed with Viewsonic's own Elite software, or it syncs up with Razer Chroma, Thermaltake RGB+, or Cooler Master's Master Plus software. The stand, as well as looking good, offers a full range of ergonomic adjustments for changing the height and angle of the display. Plus it can of course be removed to reveal a standard Vaser mount. Rather ruining the impressive look of this display though are the sight shields. These can be attached to the sides of the display, where they provide some privacy and reduce distraction. However, they make the display look rather silly and are pointless unless you're using the display at a LAN event. For most people they seem like a needless additional cost. Considerably more useful is the addition of a headphone stand on the left side, which simply flips up and down at your convenience. There are also two mouse sponges that deploy from the bottom of the screen, one each for left or right-handed users. Their positioning at first seems too central, but they actually work well and fit a decent range of cord sizes. As for connectivity, it's okay with one DisplayPort and two HDMI video inputs, and a 3-port USB 3 hub. You even get speakers too. The first big misstep though is the on-screen display control. It's a mini joystick type control that you tap in to bring up the menu, or up and down and left and right to navigate the menus, which is simple enough. But the way it ties in with what's on screen is completely unintuitive. From the main menu you can navigate sideways as you'd expect, then tap down to select a submenu, again as you'd expect, but then to get back out of the submenu you have to tap left, not up. It seems like a small thing, but it constantly caught me out and was immensely frustrating the entire time I used this monitor. Thankfully, although it's tricky to navigate, it does at least have nearly all the settings you need. The reason I say nearly is that this display lacks one crucial setting. You see, this display, along with several other similar models such as the hugely popular LG 27GL850, has an extended colour gamut. So instead of sticking to 100% of the sRGB colour space, which is the standard one for PCs, it extends to 140%. What this means is that colours look brighter and more saturated than they should, and while that may sound like a good thing, in reality it's often not what you want. Moreover, if you edit images or video, it's a major problem, as you're no longer working in the standard colour range that you need, making the image look more vibrant than it will on other displays. Why have monitor manufacturers done this? Well, it's a nod towards the trend for HDR, but an extended colour range alone does not make HDR. And in fact this display doesn't conform to even the most basic HDR standards. So getting back to that menu system, while some displays with extended colour ranges include an sRGB mode that reduces the colour range, Viewsonic hasn't bothered. There's an sRGB colour balance mode, but this doesn't reduce the colour gamut. Otherwise though, this display provides very good image quality, with good overall colour balance, gamma and colour accuracy. And despite my complaints about the extended colour gamut, it somehow isn't as noticeable as I might have expected, so you can get away with it for most things. Meanwhile, with this being an IPS panel, viewing angles are of course excellent, and while there is a bit of IPS glow, I didn't find it distracting in general use. Finally we come to gaming, and this is where this display really shines. The combination of a 165Hz maximum refresh rate, 1 millisecond response time and adaptive sync that supports both FreeSync and G-Sync means you get impressively responsive and smooth gameplay in almost all situations. Plus you get the better image quality of IPS. You'll want to crank the overdrive setting up to its maximum though to get the best response, a setting that thankfully doesn't produce too much inverse ghosting. So all told, this display is a bit of a mixed bag. The panel is excellent and much of the monitor's design is too. Gaming performance is also top notch and you get plenty of extra features. But that lack of a proper sRGB mode is a killer for those that want one display that does gaming and work. Plus, at least here in the UK, this display is way too expensive, costing £670 compared to around £500 for most competitors. If the price comes down though, it's well worth considering.